I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Back to throw again. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Eight yards to go on second down. Throwing now is Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He'll drop to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll look to throw here. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there at 22.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw is incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out.
Brandon Cooks. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon Cooks. 97 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and good by Crosby. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Crosby on now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie, his 5th touchdown now on the year. the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He gets it to Cooks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Very short kick. That one hit, and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got three down. Alert.
Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses have their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll set up to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brandon Brandon Cooks on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Switch it, come on, switch it. He's checking.
On play action, Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check middle. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey.
Now Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Motion, 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 motion.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd and 8 coming up. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point try now for Crosby. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Allen now on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go deep. Under crunch. Check 9. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul searching on 4th down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Mike's 15.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.